I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe. In the beginning.
Just don't make it breathe anywhere near me. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ajay. I'm a doctor working in Bangalore. So, last month, Florida's Palm County's commissioner called the citizens to the county hall to discuss whether masks should be made mandatory. People came in and brought a shitload of stupidity with them. Look, I don't like roasting people because I believe that people are entitled to their opinions, that there's always a different way to view one thing. You can always learn from someone else's opinion, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes things get so crazy, so cringy, and so absolutely naive. And when people bring politics and religion into something as simple as wearing a mask to prevent this infection spread, if you don't talk about them, if you don't make fun of them, if you don't roast them, you're doing the universe a disservice. So join me as I watch these Karens argue why they don't want to wear a mask, and I will be reacting to / roasting them. Let's see how it goes. So let's get started.
Do you want to be called known for communist dictators? Is this the legacy you want to be known for? You want to be responsible for your fear-mongering and misinformation fed to your citizens? The problem with humanity today is ignorance, arrogance, and apathy.
Is she trying to make a point, or is she reading the propaganda that is being sent to her? This reminds me of how we used to, read prose in school. Like, Peter Woodrose was born in 1982. He was born in... Okay.
Keep taking the road of least resistance. Keep listening to the TV brainwashing you from birth. Keep listening to conditioning messages in your local stores while shopping, just like Fidel Castro did over loudspeakers in Cuba.
Okay, so this is Cuba reference number 1. And keep watching, I'll tell you why they're talking about Cuba so much. So, Cuba reference number 1.
You see the problem? The truth is out there. Just go seek the truth.
What is out there, ma'am, is coronavirus. And go out and seek it. I hope you find it.
Believe in God, He gave us life and He can take away our life.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door. You're all...
This grandma can barely breathe. Ma'am, imagine if you get coronavirus, it'll be like a truck hit you. You wouldn't even feel it. Like, this lady apparently is a security guard. Yeah, she apparently is a security guard. Imagine if someone comes to steal something from the store or office or wherever she's working. You'd be like, I tell you in the name of God to stop. Are they going to stop? I don't think so.
Your backs on it. We will get together and do a citizen's arrest on every single human being that goes against the freedom of choice. Okay? You literally cannot mandate somebody to wear a mask.
They can. That's what the health department has the right to do in emergency situation like this.
That mask is killing people. It literally is killing people. And
What do you mean mask is killing people? Are you crazy? Like, 2 years I've been a doctor and I've been wearing mask every day in the hospital, and am I dead? I don't know. I hope not. People in China have been wearing masks for over 2-3 decades, and there are over 1.7 billion Chinese. They are not dead. I don't know who she's talking about. Look, honestly, like, if you are exercising, if you are doing very strenuous exercise wearing a mask, there can be enough carbon dioxide buildup to pass out, or 1 or 2 rare cases where people have died working out wearing a mask. But don't be dumb. When you're working out or when you're running or when you're doing strenuous exercise, don't wear a mask. That's as simple as it can get. But that doesn't mean that when you're walking around or you're just sitting at a place, or if you're shopping, if you wear a mask, that carbon dioxide is going to accumulate and you're going to die. No, that doesn't happen. People in Asia me included, and all the surgeons who do very long surgeries, they wear masks for over 6 to 8 hours straight and they are not dying. Don't worry.
We the people, are waking up, and we know what citizen's arrest is because citizen's arrests are already happening, okay? And every single one of you that are obeying the devil's laws are going to be arrested. And you, doctor, are going to be arrested for crimes against humanity.
Shit. Am I getting arrested? Am I? Crimes against humanity for asking you to wear a mask?
Single one of you have a smirk behind that little mask, but every single one of you are going to get punished by God. You cannot escape God. You cannot escape God. I'm gonna say that again. You cannot escape God, not even with the mask or 6.
So this lady loves God so much, she wants to meet God even before it's her due time. But ma'am, we're not worried about you. We are worried about other people who don't want to meet God very early on. So for them, wear a mask. Okay?
Okay? 6 feet, like I said before, is military protocol. You're trying to get people to train them so when the cameras, the 5G comes out, what? They're gonna scan everybody. We gotta get scanned. We gotta get temperatured. The kids have to go to school.
If she gets temperatured, I hope it's with a rectal thermometer.
Masks? Are you insane? Are you crazy? I think all of you should be in a psych ward right the heck now.
We all know who should be in the psych ward. So there's no debate there. Let's just move to the next one. They just keep on giving down there.
I'm a music teacher for 23 years. I need you to tell me, how do I play a saxophone and sing with a mask on? I'll let you think about that.
How do you play a saxophone and sing when you're wearing a mask? Let me think about that. I don't know. How do you eat when you're wearing a mask? You can probably pull it down. But if you don't have enough brains for it, this Karen might even make a hole in her mask to put the mouthpiece if she's, made to wear a mask and she's playing whatever instrument she plays. If someone knows her, please tell her that, people can, pull the mask down. That there's that functionality to face masks.
How about people that can't breathe? With the myriad of conditions that there are, not just one, not just two, maybe 4, maybe 5. What about...
We are worried about those people. That's the whole frigging thing about wearing masks. People who already have some respiratory issues, other health issues, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, like whatever she said, we are worried about them. Like if they get the coronavirus, it'll be very difficult for them to fight off the virus. That is why we are making mask mandatory. Not just for the people who have the issue, for others as well, so that they don't, transmit it to them. That's the whole friggin' point of asking people to wear a friggin' mask. The dumb gets dumber every day.
PTSD from child abuse situations. I was left in a hot car. You want to cover my face? I'm going to hyperventilate. Because I remember being stuck in that hot car. What about people like me? We don't matter because of the greater good, right?
Ma'am, if you have an issue, go and get treated. Meet a psychiatrist. Why are you leaving an issue like that? If you have a problem, go meet a psychiatrist, go get therapy, and then you'll start feeling better. Or worst case scenario, if you can't do any of that, stay bloody home. One of the doctors responding to this said, if you don't like masks, you're really not gonna like the ventilator. So ma'am, maybe you should prepare for that.
I own a firearms business. Now, I think you might agree with me that it would be ludicrous.
Who? This guy? Ludicrous? Okay, might be ludicrous.
For me to allow someone into my shop to purchase a firearm who's wearing a mask, whose face I cannot see.
So, can someone tell Scary Allison here that face masks are not like a permanent fixture to your face, that you can pull it down if you want to see someone's face and they can put it back up? People like these are allowed to run gun stores?
often, which is spreading the germs. We are a nation of shared values of freedom, liberty, equality. We are home of the free, land of the brave. This
Looking at this lady, we might have to add land of the dumb to it. No offense to the Americans, but you do have people like this, so maybe add that.
is America, as someone else spoke. This is not Cuba. We are not in a communist nation.
Okay, so that was a Cuba reference number 2. So that is the second reference to Cuba. Starting to think there's a pattern to this.
At the end, I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
In the beginning,
Just don't make it breathe anywhere near me. I gotta breathe. I can't breathe.
in the beginning, God formed man out of the earth and breathed his breath in him, and he became a living soul. Where do you
And then God said, "You shall never wear a mask, or thy soul shall be condemned to eternal asphyxiation." Yes, I'm not making this up. That really happened. Go check it out. At least according to this Karen. Ooh, look at that. She's got a Trump girl t-shirt. It's funny you think you're a girl, but Trump girl? Funny.
derive the authority to regulate human breathing? I ask you this because
Regulate human breathing? Like, how does someone regulate human breathing? Like, I can't go and make, like, hey, Trump girl Karen, you get 10% less oxygen because you've been an idiot. Unfortunately, we can't do that. I so wish we could do this, but unfortunately, we can't. So, yeah, sorry, Karen. But no one can regulate your breathing.
this is very important. You all are playing doctors.
Because
and
they
you're
are.
not. And God gave us the very breath that we are to breathe. I would also like to know, where do you get the authority to reduce my oxygen?
Where do people get the idea that masks reduce oxygen? Mask is not like, you're not wearing a bucket over your head, you're just wearing a mask. What the mask does is filter the air that you breathe before you get it inside your system. It is just a bloody filter, like a water filter. It just filters the air. It may be a bit more difficult to breathe because there are 2-3 extra layers that air has to go through, but it doesn't reduce your oxygen. You are going to get the same amount of oxygen that you would be getting. Like, oh god, where are these people getting this idea from that mask reduces oxygen? Like what? I've been breathing oxygenless air for the 2 years whenever I was working in the hospital wearing a mask. I don't know, man. I don't know where people like this come from. I couldn't get the rest of the footage, but this dumb Trump girl Karen goes on to accuse this doctor, Dr. Alina Alonso, who's the head of Florida Department of Public Health, and tells that she should probably consider going back to school and learn real science. Now, before you start considering how extremely outlandish and crazy that is, let me give you a brief, a background about Dr. Alina Alonso. She's board certified in family medicine. She is extensively trained in public health and communicable diseases. She has been working on cases of bioterrorism since 1997, and she was the person to see the first case of inhalational anthrax in the United States in the past 25 years. This lady is so accomplished in her field, and this Karen thinks that she knows better than this person. So, I don't know. Is that dumb?
Who made you perpetrators over my life?
You preach pseudoscience and safety. Does anyone care about preserving the liberty of the people who pay your salaries?
Wow. So, I don't know what she thinks real science is. Probably those conspiracy theories. Yes, ma'am. The earth is flat. The moon landing didn't happen. It was shot in Hollywood. Someone's basement, probably. And you are the reason why aliens won't talk to us. Yeah. This lady single-handedly brought down the IQ of the whole planet by 30 points. So that's why the aliens won't talk to us.
Some of you up there smirking and smiling at public comments to which you do not agree. I have the photos, and they're shameful.
Now this Karen, along with the pub owner, hosted a dinner party for people. It's free. The only criteria is that you have to come without wearing a mask. Now, you could say that she just went there for the free cheese sandwiches, but hey, I don't want to make any fat jokes. No.
The risks are very, very low. This is a virus that has a 99.6% recovery rate. This is a virus that is very well contained. This is a virus that the CDC is removing epidemic status from. If you are at higher risk, feel free to stay home. Feel free to wear a mask. Feel free to social distance. That is your choice. And
not listen to we the people. I would die for that country. I would die for the Constitution.
The one thing is he's got the moose. Second thing, dear Butch, please chill or a stroke will get you before coronavirus does. Where do these people get this idea that they are losing their freedom? Some communist is going... Look, just wear a bloody mask, okay? I don't care whether you want to die for your country. You are going to die if you don't wear a mask. So just wear a mask.
You disgrace me. You know why? You did not listen to we the people. You made a decision.
This whole episode has so much meme potential. In fact, Twitter users started comparing this to episodes of Park and Recreation. User Rex Chapman even tweeted this, saying the internet always wins. Check this out.
Who's next? Yes, ma'am.
This is a planned demic. This is totally political and you know it.
You cannot escape God, not even with the mask or 6 feet. Okay? 6 feet, like I said before, is military protocol. So when the cameras, the 5G comes out, what? They're gonna scan everybody. We gotta get scanned. We gotta get temperatured. The kids have to go to school with masks. Are you insane?
I am not a terrorist.
Oops, I didn't catch it. Thank you.
I am not a sex slave that wears masks. I am not into sadomasochism and bondage.
How disgusting, how shameful, how criminal, how corrupt. This is a hoax, it's a fraud. There's nobody dying in excess of any other year in the last decade. Are you aware of that? Stop listening to...
Trust Larry.
Trust Larry. Are you even listening to yourself?
Checkmate.
Did you bring those with you just to do that?
Maybe.
Hey, bro!
What's your question?
My question is, what the hell?
Florida is now the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak in the United States. And we all know what kind of people are responsible for this. But look, people talk so much about their rights and their freedom, but nobody talks about their duties, the duties to protect themselves and to protect other citizens. And here you do that by wearing a mask and, making others wear a mask. But don't come up with some dumb reasons to, avoid wearing a mask. It'll be like Bruce Banner complaining like, oh, if I wear a mask, what happens if I turn into the Incredible Hulk? What happens for the mask then? Just don't come up with such dumb ideas, man. Just wear a mask, do what is logical, do what is sane. In fact, people in Florida are using exemption cards like these, made by a fake agency called, hold your breath, it's called Freedom to Breathe Agency, the FTBA. And they are giving these cards to people. And apparently people are using this as an excuse for exemption from wearing masks. How selfish can people get? Just to avoid wearing a simple mask, they have gone to the extent of committing fraud. Look, it's not just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting others as well. That's why you should wear a mask. This is your duty as a citizen to do it. But thank God it was not all bad. There were sensible people also, like these.
We know that mandatory masking works. We've seen it work in other communities. We know that it stops the spread of COVID. We are at a crisis point.
Nobody's mentioned death. I've lost a son to this disease. I lost a grandmother and a grandfather to this disease, and I have 3 people on respirators right now. It's real.
All of this aside, let's do the right thing. Whenever you go out, wear a mask and just ask the people around you also to wear a mask so that you are safe and the others around you are also safe. Don't be stupid. Don't let natural selection get you. Wear a mask when you go out. And I will see you next week. But before that, make sure you subscribe and click on the bell icon so you do not miss out the videos when I make them. So I'll see you next week.